I fully enjoy it. I fully enjoy it. I love when people are like, you want to sit at the bar or you want a table? And I'm like, table for one, please. I love it. I love when they come and they remove the glassware because there's not another party coming. And I'm like, yes, it's just me, baby. It's just me. Make room. Hey, loves. My name is Dantea, and I'm your fave self-worth therapist and coach. And this is my show, Situationship. This show is about getting out of toxic situationships that go beyond partners to family and friends and everything in between, to living a life of joy and self-worth. Okay, let's get into it. I think I'm excited to talk about this episode today with you loves. I think I'm excited. I really love solo dates. I think because there was a time where I could never, ever fathom myself going on a solo date. You want me to, what? You want me to go to a restaurant by myself and eat dinner by myself? Where people can watch me sit by myself while I'm eating dinner by myself? That? You want me to allow people to think that I'm getting stood up by someone else so I'm by myself? Is that what you want? I'm not giving people the opportunity, right? That was my mindset for years, until one day I don't remember exactly how it actually happened. It could have been because I had a friend at that time where I remember she very much hated being by herself. And I think she said I could never go eat by myself. Or maybe that happened, or it could have even been me just really, it was either seeing a movie or wanting to go to a restaurant and no one could go with me. And I think that's what it was. And I think I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go. And I ended up loving it. Do you hear me? I loved it. Like, I loved it. That transferred to me going shopping by myself. Now I prefer to go shopping by myself. Now I haven't gone on like a shopping spree in a long time. However, if I know I need to go to the mall and I need to hit this store, I want to go by myself because I don't want to hear anybody saying, can we sit down? Or I don't like the store. How long are you going to be? Or are you going to try on all those clothes? Or are you going to get anything? And also a lot of money. You're spending money. Or, it's not enough. It's not a lot of money. You can afford it. No, because me, her, I like to get to the mall when they open, baby. I want to be standing there with Mervin as he is unlocking the door. That's what I want to be doing. Like, oh, hey, how are the kids? How's the wife? How's the husband? You know, like that's what I want to be doing that. I'm there when you're there. I'm here where everything's fresh and organized and already hung up, for me, like waiting for me. So yeah, I fully enjoy it. I fully enjoy it. I love when people are like, you want to sit at the bar or you want a table? And I'm like, table for one, please. I love it. I love when they come and they remove the glassware because there's not another party coming. And I'm like, yes, it's just me, baby. It's just me. Make room. Drums, please. Right? Like, it feels really good. There's this thing about solo dating, and there's also dating yourself. And I look at them very similarly. And I think they are both important, however you want to slice it up. Or maybe you want to combine it, there's also that option too. So both solo dates and dating yourself are important for personal growth and self-care, right? I'm going to tell you why. Solo dates give you the opportunity to explore your own interest, or as my partner says, interest, recharge, and enjoy quality time alone. Really, like you get to know your interests. You do get to recharge. Like when you're sitting by yourself, eating dinner, having lunch, just walking around the city, like you can recharge. You're not feeding into someone. Someone's not pouring into you. You're just within your own orbit, your own energy, your own, what am I going to take in? What am I not? Right? It is recharging. You get to just really be with yourself, enjoy quality time alone. If you struggle to enjoy time alone, these are the steps that help practice that, right? Now I could go deeper. Like if you don't really enjoy being with yourself, journal about that. Work with someone about that. Get curious about what are the things that happen when I'm by myself that I do not like. All the things, right? Is it because I'm just scared in the house by myself? Is it because I don't like the thoughts that come up? Is it because I feel like it's like a blaring sign that no one loves me and I'm all alone? I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. My problems have all gone, right? Like, what is it? What is it? Get curious about that. So moving forward, on these solo dates is also a chance for self-reflection, which personally, I love to do that when I'm just bopping around town. It's a chance for self-discovery. It's helping you understand your wants, your needs, and your desires. Truly. Like, it just gets me excited just talking about it. Like, getting to know your wants, getting to know your needs and your desires, like that. Triple winner, chicken dinner, right? Like, yes. On the other hand, dating yourself is about treating yourself. And again, I think there's overlap, and I'll just separate it just in case maybe there's not. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Anyways, so on the other hand, dating yourself is about treating yourself the way you would want to be treated in romantic relationships, right? I do know people who believe, and sometimes I do this too. I don't know how deep I take it. I know, like, in friendships, you could say, oh, let's have a lunch date, right? Do we mean date like we're going to court each other? Even if it's not romantic, like, are we going to court each other? Am I going to pay for you, blah, blah, blah? Is it just we're just saying a date because we don't know what else to call it, Or maybe just date as how it's actually meant to be used. Speaking of, let's look up the definition of a date. Definition of date. What does a date actually mean? So from Oxford, it means, okay, no, that's not what we want. Okay, so you're probably like, what's it say? I'll tell you. So date, as a noun, the day of the month or year as specified by a number. Yes, what's today's date? Got it. Okay. Number 2, also a noun, a social or romantic appointment. It's an appointment or engagement. So a college student on a date with someone he met in class. Or it's Friday at 11, which is time for your dick appointment. He should be arriving. They should be arriving sometime soon. Verb, date. Establish or ascertain the date of an object or event. Okay. That's what date means. So, an appointment. We're making an appointment, arrangement, engagement. So yeah, date.
If you're listening to this episode, I bet you're wondering what behaviors you're doing that keep you from getting your needs met and ending up in situationship after situationship. I got you. I've created a situationship quiz and I'm so excited about it. Take the quiz to discover more behaviors and more tips for navigating situationships, because I know you're in more than one right now. No judgment, boo-boo. I used to have 5 situationships at a time. Yes. So you're not alone. You can find the quiz at www.dontea.co/quiz. That's DONTEA.co/quiz. I'll drop it in the show notes as well. Okay, back to the episode.
When you're treating yourself, thinking about, this is the time I'm going to spend with myself to intentionally date myself, right? It involves practicing self-love. It involves practicing self-acceptance and self-respect. How do I want to dress up for this date with myself? Where do I want to go for myself? Do I want to spend money? Do I not? Do I want to go to opera? Do I want to go? The Philharmonic does this thing where they will strip the score, and the Philharmonic will be playing the music along with a movie that you're watching. That's something I'm definitely doing. I'm doing it this year. I don't care what I have to do, what I have to give up. I'm going, right? So by dating yourself, you prioritize, baby. You prioritize your own happiness and well-being, and setting healthy boundaries and practicing self-care. So this is why I say that they overlap, because when you're on solo dates, I would say you're doing these things. I would say you're prioritizing your own happiness, your well-being, and setting healthy boundaries and practicing self-care. Okay. For myself, because I've been doing solo dates, I've been dating myself for, how old am I now? I'm 33. Maybe 10 years. Dang, that's 10 years. Okay, yeah. Maybe 10 years, maybe off and on. For myself, what I've learned, I enjoy being out earlier in the day. I've always been a morning person. Always. I love the morning. I love the morning sun. I love it. Tap, tap, tapping. Hey girl, I'm up, so you need to be too. Okay. The birds are out here. We're up. Come on. I enjoy being out earlier in the day between like 9:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. I love when I'm even in my own space. Like right now I'm sitting by, I would say, a pretty large window. I love sitting next to windows. If I'm not sitting next to a window, I want to be looking out of a window, right? If I'm at an establishment, I want to be somewhere near a window, whatever I have to do, whatever that means, you know? I like strolling down streets with no direction, right? Whatever looks cool, or wherever, literally like wherever the wind takes me, or, you know, it looks what my body is saying to do. I love just doing that, you know, like me, my scaredy cat self with whatever happens, just being Black female, being short, being somewhat young. I'm constantly thinking about safety. And so I'll know how to get back to my car or my starting point. However, I do just like getting into a city and just like, let's go that way. Let's go that way. Let's go that way. I love to do that. Of course, in my world, who I am, I do subscribe. I do fall into that cliche of I've never met a stranger. So I'm the kind of person that you'll see at a grocery store who will just, whether someone strikes it up with me or I strike it up with myself, it's like we're just chatting in the grocery line. I've made connections that way. I've gotten job leads that way. On the airplane, I talk to people the whole ride, just things. Like I never meet strangers. There are conversations to be had. These very quick connections. And so through these experiences, I've also learned that I'm very magnetizing, right? And not in like a, look at me, I'm the best, everybody wants me. It's not like that. It's more like there is just something about me that people are attracted to, whatever that is. And I stopped trying to fight it. I stopped trying to be like, dim my light, don't look at me, you know? And also my work continues to be, if people are automatically curious, interested, magnetized toward me, it doesn't have to be like on a romantic show or anything like that, then what do I do in that space? Do I say, oh my God, everyone's staring at me, they're probably judging me, they're probably saying, oh my God, look how fat she is, or why would she wear that, or why is her hair like that, why does she look like that, why? Right? No. Maybe they're just admiring me, and what's wrong with that? You know, I'm a lion in a zoo, or out in the public, you know, I don't know, right? And with that, I realized I don't always want to entertain. Just because I've never met a stranger, it doesn't mean that I always have that energy to do that, to do these one-on-ones, to do these one-to-many, whatever. I've learned that sometimes my energy is low. And it's okay that my energy is low. I don't need to beat myself down for like, oh, I should have been more friendly, or I should have had more pep in my step, or I should have been smiling, because women need to always smile and Black women always look angry. No. Sometimes my energy is just tapped out. There are other times when I want to conserve my energy. I think something about COVID has really helped me to see how much energy I was expelling. I don't know. There was so much energy, extrovert energy, that I was using before COVID. And with COVID, I really slowed down, you know, like many of us. And I realized that I don't always want to do something every weekend, all weekend. Sometimes I would have 3 things booked on a Saturday, 9 to 11 here, and then 12 to 5 here, and then 6 to 8 here, and then I can go home, or 6 to 1 a.m., right? So I've learned to conserve my energy if I know I have something bigger coming up in the future that I need to get to. Like today, later on today, I'm calling it a barbecue. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. It sounds like it's going to be some type of cookout for a birthday party. And I didn't want to do a lot today because I knew I'd be going over there grumpy as hell, meeting new people. I'm just like, let me just record my episode, hang out with you all, drink my White Claw, and we'll be fine. So conserving my energy. And there are also times, let's be real, there are also times when I just don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to anybody, whether because I'm just in my own space. Maybe I just didn't like the vibe or the energy I got from that person. And I don't want to talk that day. And that's fine. Right? When we do these solo dates, when we are dating ourselves, when we're being intentional to check in, get to know ourselves, treat ourselves, spoil ourselves, love on ourselves, whatever that looks like for you. Really think about like how many times do you truly get to make decisions for yourself? As women, we make decisions for people. We make decisions for things. We make decisions for our family. If you're married, you have a spouse, kids, right? Manager, whatever. Like we are constantly making sure the world goes round. So I don't just mean work decisions for your staff, for yourself. I don't just mean, okay, what groceries am I getting today? And I mean, job am I going to apply for? Okay, we have family dinner every Sunday and I'm expected to do this. So let me think what everyone wants. I'm talking about outside of those kind of decisions. I mean, do you want to go left, right, up, or down? If you're walking around the city streets, if you get to a place and like a concert and it's open seating, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? 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 Do you want to stay up late? Do you want to have seconds? Do you want to order the steak? Because now you're not worried about if your date has enough money to cover the steak. Are you, when you're just on solo dates dating yourself, are you wearing those outfits where your titties are just bouncing, like just like boom, boom, boom. I have boobies. Look at my cleavage, right? Like just out because they're out. And allow them to bounce and be joyous, in the dress and the shirt, whatever it is, without someone feeling and mistaking you for a sex worker, which happened to me in my elevator. I was like, what the hell? Now, nothing wrong with sex workers. I actually work with sex workers in my practice, and I love it. What I'm saying is, I don't want you to feel like, oh, by having my titties out, it's a negative thing and I can't do that. But I really like to have my titties out because I love the way it makes me look and feel. That's what I want you to go with. Go with because I love the way it makes me look and feel. Not because of what everyone else is going to think. Making decisions for self that align with self, right? That align with growth, that align with needs, wants, and desires, right? Maybe you want to feel desired. Maybe you want to go to a bar and you like look really hot that day. And you want to see what happens, right? You know what I mean? Like, get up in there, explore, experience. And these things come out of dating ourselves. These things come out of solo dates, just really being with yourself. You're not tending to so many different personalities, right? Okay. And I will tell the elevator story for another time, or you can tell me if you want to hear that story because that was hilarious. So these dates are all about you. I truly think you'll surprise yourself of the interest that you may find, that you like, that you enjoy, that you don't. Nah, it's not my thing. It used to be my thing. Maybe it's never my thing. I've tried it and I don't like it. Okay. So when you're on a date with someone, you're able to tap into that free bird energy and say like, hey, I know what I want. Right? Versus like, well, I'm not sure. Or really thinking about what should I say that I know will fit with what they want or won't make them look at me strange. Really, you know what you want. You go on this date, and because you've done solo dates and dating yourself, you can say, well, what I want is for you to take me by my hand while we cross the street. That's it. Maybe just because you liked it. Maybe because you realize when you cross the street, how nice would it be if someone was holding your hand? Maybe there's a part of you that likes to feel protected, and crossing the street can be very anxiety provoking for you. Me? I have anxiety every single time I go down an escalator. It's usually going down. Going up, I feel more confident, not as much, but I am that person that will hold up the line. Like there will be a line behind me because I'm like, I need to time this right. I don't want to get sucked in between the steps. I don't want to fall. I have so many escalator stories. I even lost a shoe on escalator. Granted, were my shoes hella old? Yes. Did the bottom of the shoe fall off and was left me behind an escalator? Yes. And I would love if someone held my hand getting on an escalator. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you. Right? These are the things that you learn about yourself. Maybe when you were on your solo date, you found out you like to skip anytime you go through a crosswalk. And now that we're on a date, we could say, okay, don't skip because that's going to be weird. They're going to think I'm weird. No, you skip to your loo because that's what you like to do in crosswalks. And you do that, okay? Do it on your date too. I hope that this short yet powerful example was helpful for you to understand what we can do on our solo dates, what we can look forward to, what we can look forward to experiencing, all the things. When you do it, come back and let me know what you've realized about yourself, what you were surprised by, what you enjoyed about, maybe what you didn't like, whatever it is. I'm here. Let's talk about it. DM me, email if you have any questions. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the show, loves. This show was produced by Mackenzie Mazel and me, Dontea. If you got a question you'd like me to answer, which I know you do, please send it to dontea@soireesandtherapy.com. That's SOIREES for soirees. When you do that, the answer might just become an episode, and I would love to keep talking about your question. Want to work with me? The link is in the show notes. I'll see you there, and I'll see you in the next episode. Okay,